So welcome everyone, and we're going to start right away with the ceremony and with the intention for this summit, opening the sacred space for the opening of a round table that started with the four of us in 2022 and that now is called to go bigger and to invite more people into this circle. So that's part of the new era and the Aquarius energy of we are all equal and we are meant to co-create. So that is one of the intentions for our gathering here. And we are going to work with the individual intentions and also our collective intention. So that is the one for the summit to inspire all of you to co-create this 2025 with courage, curiosity, flexibility, passion, because there are years of a lot of changes. So how can be stable in ourselves to navigate these changes. So we hope that all the talks are in an inspiration, and we are going to start. So I invite everyone to close your eyes and to start breathing deeply into your hearts, feeling your own inner fire, that it gets stronger with every breath. Taking your time with each inhalation and feeling the energy of the group, the ones who are here now and the ones who will see the recordings and everyone who will see and connect with all the magic that is being gathered through us. The next time you breathe, you are going to connect with the heart of the earth, feeling deep roots and breathing the wisdom of the planet with the four elements: air, fire, water, and earth. And the next time you breathe, you are also going to connect with the wisdom of your ancestors, of blood and spirit. So every time you breathe, you are connecting all this wisdom of the earth with your own heart as roots of a tree. The next time you breathe, now you're going to connect with the heart of the cosmos. And you are going to feel the infinite possibilities available for you at every moment. Feeling the expansion, the quantum field where everything is possible. As branches of that tree that we are, when you breathe, you are bringing down into your heart the magic of the universe. Next time you breathe, you're going to connect now with both of them, earth and sky. Feeling how it's mixed with your own heart, and feeling as well how when you exhale, you are sharing all that fire, your inner courage is expanding into the world. Now we're going to also connect with a bonfire in the middle of all of us, At the moment, we have 2,500 people gathering for this event, and the ones who are here now. And we feel that bonfire and how each one of us is anchoring the energy in the land that we are. Now, Kailin will share and call the directions.
I just want to say a couple things before I start because this was inspired by having done the rites of the moon Aiki some years ago, and we were start calling the directions from the south, and I always found that weird. And I didn't realize why until I realized, wait, I live north of the equator. And so starting in the north, it makes more sense. So that's where we're going to be starting. Now, for those south of the equator, I apologize. I cannot do this for you because this is not my lived experience. So just know that the seasons I'm talking about are opposite for you. And so I just invite everyone to remain present. If you want to put your hand on your heart or your belly, or put your hand in the direction of the directions, or stand in that direction, whatever works for you to as we bring these directions in. So thank you, thank you, thank you to the energy of the north, the element of earth, the place of the midnight sun, the new moon, the winter solstice, and the beginning of a new galactic, solar, and lunar cycle located between the constellation of the Archer and the Scorpion on the galactic cross near the galactic center, where the seeds of love, light, joy, bliss, magic, and miracles are being planted for the future as we join together to co-create a new earth in this new time. Thank you to the grandmothers and grandfathers, the ancient ones, the elders and wise ones. Thank you to white buffalo, hummingbird, owl, wolf, and all the wise medicine beings for your guiding wisdom, helping us to co-create the sustainable structures that serve us now and the many future generations. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the energy of the East, the element of fire, the place of the rising sun, the first quarter moon, the spring equinox, the balance of day and night, located in the head of the fish constellation, moving toward the water bearer. This is where we are reminded to take decisive, inspired, committed action to a worthy cause, energized by the dragon fire, fueling the ley lines of the earth, and the Kundalini serpent fire within each of us, fueling our life purpose and noble mission. Thank you, Eagle, you who fly closest to the sun. Thank you for the ability to see what actions are growing, the seeds we have planted, the dreams we are dreaming, and are now manifesting in this reality. Thank you for your strength, courage, and wisdom, guiding us to connect with Great Spirit and remembering who we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the energy of the South, the element of water, the place of the midday sun, the full moon, the summer solstice, where the seeds planted at the winter solstice are now bearing fruit, nourished by the life-giving waters, encouraging these seeds to grow. Thank you to the constellations of the Bull and the Twins, where the galactic cross at the galactic edge resides, reminding us to look beyond what we perceive as our reality into other realms and dimensions. Thank you for the nourishing abundance of light and energy graciously feeding our new earth reality, creating loving, safe, sacred space for everyone to feel at home within themselves. Thank you, Turtle, for reminding us we are always at home wherever we are. Thank you, Coyote, for reminding us not to take ourselves so seriously, to have fun, to play, and to find the humor within us and all around us. And thank you, thank you, thank you to the energy of the West, the element of air, the place of the setting sun, the last quarter moon, the autumnal equinox, the balance of light and dark, day and night, located between the lion and priestess, reminding us how these energies are guiding us into a new relationship with ourselves and each other. Thank you, Bear, for inspiring us to remember the importance of our dreams and how the world is as we dream it. Thank you, Jaguar, for protecting our dreaming space and helping us to track our dreams into manifestation in this reality. And thank you to the as above, so below, as within, center point within, where we connect with great mystery and great spirit within ourselves. And remember, we inform the mysteries as much as they inform us because we are the living embodiment of the mysteries. What we experience in our outer reality is a reflection of what is within us. And when we change what is within us, the world around us changes. Thank you to all the directions for the reflections of wisdom you bring to us and how we connect with the seasons, the moon phases, the planets moving through the sky, and each day as the sun rises and sets on the dream of the new life we are dreaming. Thank you for all the ways we are loved, guided, and protected in this sacred ceremonial space. Aho.
Oh.
And with that, I'm passing this on to Jamie, who's going to take us into the Temple of the Heart.
Hello. So just allowing these water and fire element chimes to bring you into your heart space. And just taking a moment to allow yourself to travel all the way into your heart space, perhaps bringing one or both hands to your heart. Just starting to feel your breath moving through your heart. Breathing in all the way into your heart space. And breathing out from your heart space. And starting to journey into the sacred temple that resides within your heart. Allowing the temple doors to open. As you step inside your heart space, your heart temple, and taking a moment to connect with your heart temple. There's no right or wrong way to experience your heart temple. So perhaps you have a visualization of it, or maybe you just have a sense, a feeling of your heart temple. Maybe you experience it as a color or a sound or a scent, like frankincense and myrrh. Maybe there's a particular element that holds your inner heart temple. Perhaps it's a rose quartz temple or emerald for the earth element. Maybe it's a watery mermaid temple. Or maybe all four elements reside here. Just taking a moment to allow yourself to open to all the love, all the beauty, all the wisdom that's in your inner heart temple. You might sit at the altar within your heart temple. Or perhaps lying on the earth of your heart temple, whatever resonates for you. And within your heart temple, imagining that you're lighting a candle, and the flame of that candle growing stronger and stronger. And as we go throughout the next days of this summit and 2025 and beyond, knowing that this candle will stay lit, that's connected to spirit, to source, to your creative spark to support you co-creating the reality that you wish to live in for your life and your world. So now I invite Nura to connect us more with our body and the earth element.
Thank you, Jamie and Kaylin and Mar and all of you for being here with us. The earth reminds us of the importance of rituals, of gathering together and having tools to reconnect. So if you have a candle, I invite you to light it. But just like Jamie offered us, we can also light a candle in our heart. If you have an essential oil, you can grab it. I've got frankincense and rose. I've also brought my tarot cards, and I pulled the High Priestess for us, and there's more. The Sun. This is from asking, what would be most supportive for everyone here in this circle. The Star. It gets better. And the Wish card, Nine of Cups.
Wow.
So this is for all of us. Just holding the crystal or sacred object. And again, if you have a crystal, wonderful. If you don't, you can also connect with one in the earth. You can connect with an energy. If you close your eyes and tap into your mind's eye, maybe you get a message of what kind of crystal would be ideal for you. And you can reach into the earth and connect with it. And that way it doesn't have to come out of the earth to be medicine for you. Similar to working with plant medicine, just having this sage here, I could burn it and I can also just meditate with it. Similar to plant medicine, you could just be with the energy. You don't have to ingest it to receive the benefits. So feeling into your tools, your rituals, and realizing that while they are powerful, they are not always necessary. They are a doorway in. They are tools to help us reconnect. And so we will settle into a meditation and a breath work. And so you can close your eyes and just start to breathe. Long, slow inhale. And a full, complete exhale. And just keep breathing like that. And here we are together. And what has been stirred within you so far with all of these beautiful offerings and transmissions? Where are you feeling most alive and inspired in your body? Maybe you bring a hand to that body part and you just notice. This is a time for being in our bodies and listening. And for those that need this reminder, as I often do, it is safe to be in your body. Your body is the safest place to be here and now. This is your place of power, connection, and every resource you require on your path. If you're ever feeling lost or disconnected, just come into your body and you will reconnect. Feel into your root at the base of your spine, and however you are connected to the earth at this moment, whether sitting, maybe you're laying down or standing, maybe you're driving. And I will say, maybe you want to save this part for later if you're driving. I do it all the time, but my eyes are open when I'm driving. Anytime I need a quick hit, of earth medicine. I reach into my root chakra and I connect it down to the center of the earth. And that grounding cord, it's going to be different every time you do it, perhaps. Notice the quality of the grounding cord that you send down into the earth. What is it made of? This is the quality of what you require to ground you right now. And for me, I might see a waterfall starting at the base of my spine and reaching down into the center of the earth. And that reminds me that maybe I need water to help me ground and replenish. Or I'll see a shaft of light or a rainbow, and it's telling me to go soak in some light codes or be in the sun. Or I'll see vines or a tree trunk telling me to source my strength from my ancestors. Or I'll see a slide like this and embrace this happy inner child energy, reminding me to lighten up and have some fun. So what are you seeing as your grounding cord? And what is it telling you about what you need right now? Now feel another stream. This one is coming up from the earth through the soles of your feet. And again, notice its quality. And we are drawing some really juicy, delicious, ripe, and perfectly aligned with you and what you need earth energy up through the soles of your feet and coming up through your shins, your knees, your thighs, your hips, into the grounding cord, and maybe it also finds another place to land. And so you have two streams, a stream of what you are surrendering and releasing and grounding into, and a stream of receiving. And now while you do this, bring yourself into present time. I like to do this with my hands, past and future, and just bring it here right now. As we tap into this stream, as you inhale, feel that stream of beautiful, replenishing earth energy coming up to feed you. And as you exhale, let go of something you might be holding, something you don't need, at least not right now. We inhale our nourishment. And we exhale what we don't need. We inhale our wisdom. And perhaps we exhale a sense of integration and service, what we're putting out into the world. How can you love your body more? Don't overthink it. Just listen for it as you breathe. Earth is our sacred temple where we get to live out the beauty of this experience of being a spirit embodied. We get to move through time, space, sometimes blockages, sometimes hardship, sometimes bliss. We get to have it all, and that's what we came for. We get to honor our lineages, our future generations, by being here, showing up with a full open heart. And keep breathing. And maybe you bring your fingertips to tap gently at your collarbone space and maybe around the heart and anywhere else that you feel intuitively guided to. As you keep breathing, tap into the sacred essence of who you really are. Notice the crystalline structures within you and how they might be activated at this time. We are so sensitive to the movements around us, the planets, the stars, the beings on Earth, the people in your neighborhood. but what is being expanded and reformed from within you. Evolution is biochemical. It's demonstrated by how we show up in our bodies and how and where we walk on the earth. The land carries the codes. Our bodies carry the codes, and it's never been more important to listen and breathe. So you can relax your hands. And just take a moment to feel into the peace that you created. This sensation that you're feeling in your body, you created this. You co-created this. And this is where you find the truth of who you are. And the earth, holding our history, reminds us that nothing has ever been lost. The wisdom of our ancestors is here with us always. The wisdom of the earth is here for us always. You are held. You are safe. You are guided. You are so infinitely loved. The earth and all the cosmos are so glad that you are here. Start to slowly come back to this room. You can release the stream, but trust that it's always there whenever you wish to tap back in. And even if you forget, it's always here for you. All you have to do is show up. So this energy of ritual, of circle, of ceremony, there are so many ways to do this, but it's all part of what we call the priestess path or the priest path, the path of reconnection, just honoring the divine within us and in all life. And we're all going to share a bit about why we think this is so important for 2025. It's always important, but this is also a very special time of profound integrations, profound new beginnings as well. And there's, like the spiral path, there's always a deepening of how we show up on this path and what we bring to the altar of our hearts. So in a general sense, we know that we are shifting from knowing, keeping everything in our heads, to being way more in our bodies, right? And that's where the liberation really occurs. With the energy of Aries and Pisces that I know so many people are going to talk about in this summit, we have the qualities of intuition really streaming in. And we need to be in our bodies, clear, clean, purified in order to receive the highest essence of that, the highest expression of that. And there's not like a one size fits all. There's not a rule of how everybody needs to do that, but everybody can find their own way to that path. And you'll know that it's right for you. And your body is like the pendulum, you know? How do you know your sacred yes and no? There are so many prophecies. I don't know if you are tapped into the Mary Magdalene prophecies of how all of the Magdalens are coming back now. The Cathars. We are in a time of the return of the feminine mysteries. So especially if we tune into the energy of Pisces, that's a yin sign, a water sign, a feminine sign. And so all of us are being welcomed into that. And the beautiful thing is that it is something that happens now. It's present moment oriented, and it really can wash so much away. It can cleanse so much away. And I think as a collective, we know that there's a lot of healing and a lot of grieving. And for the one who, like all of you here, for the one who takes the time to do this work for themselves, you have such an important role in these times to really help the people around you to be able to find their center as well. And we're shifting from a great forgetting into a great remembering. And all of the planets and all of the people that we meet on our path are helping us along. So that's all I'll say about that for now. But we have a really exciting year ahead.
So the role of the priestess is also being an oracle. And as Nora and all of us are doing at the moment, is not just our voice, it's a voice of a force that is bigger than you and that is you at the same time. As part of that oracle, I have an invitation for everyone who is listening to this. Like this upcoming weekend, we have a very magical conjunction between Neptune, the planet of dreams, the North Node, where we are leading towards our compass, Venus, the goddess, and the moon as well. And in the crown chakra within the Venus ascent. So all this coming together is just like magical because Neptune takes 165 years to go around. We won't experience Neptune in Pisces ever again when Neptune goes into Aries because it's 165 years. Maybe if the technology advances so much that we can live that long, maybe we do. But if it doesn't, that is something. So this combination of planets call us to dream this weekend. So my invitation, our invitation for that is that on Saturday you go to bed with the intention to dream with the goddess and to dream in that oracle fashion to get a message for you and for the collective. And then you can send that dream to our email that we are sending every day. And on the 4th, February the 4th, we are meeting again as a closing ceremony at the same time that this one was. And we will weave that dream into an offering. So a message for the collective. So the summit is not just the four of us, is not just all the speakers, it's all of us. We are active participants of the summit. We are active participants of what will happen. And that is Aries in a way. And that is the combination of Pisces and Aries that is so strong in 2025. Pisces is the dream, and then Aries is the courage to share it and to do something with it. So it's not that we don't stay in the temple at the moment. Only if that is your call, perfect. But it's like many of us are called to bring that to someone. So that is the offering. And we will be sharing as well about the 12 phases of the priestess and how the priestess is not just Virgo. There are like 12 different ways of showing up as a priestess, depending on the 12 signs and the 12 mystery schools. And that is something that we are very excited to share. So in that role of the priestess, you have different talks during the summit, but everyone is sharing from that voice. So it's like you will see different voices in a tapestry of what it means to be alive at this point in time. And we really encourage you to trust your intuition, to connect with the talks that are really calling you. So you find the magic in that without the stress, without like taking your time to savor, enjoy the transmissions and enjoy the wisdom, because astrology is also something that takes time to embody, and that is not like a buffet, is a more like a fancy dinner. So we take our time with that, and I just repeat that invitation to dream on Saturday with this intention to dream with the goddess, and then just like clean up, do any ceremony as Nora was sharing before me to create the space for the dream. And then we will bring that oracle at the end of the summit. And with that, we also encourage every one of you to share like your comments and to make it active and engaging. It's not only about receiving the information, it's also what it means to you, what is resonating with you. So you are part of the intention that is bringing this circle into like a bigger circle that at the end of the day is the whole planet. And with that, Jamie can share.
Thank you, Mar and Kaylin and Nura, and to everyone here who's co-creating this beautiful ceremony within us. So, what is the role of the priestess in our current time? So, if you're here, sitting with us here live or watching the replay, you are likely called to the path of the priestess or the priest. And whatever is your unique way to bring that energy through and this time. And that's something that we're excited to share as we're closing the summit together. And our closing ceremony is exploring the priestess and the priest through the 12 archetypal energies of the zodiac. And to me, why I'm called to the Astro Priestess pathway, the priestess pathway in my own unique way is, to me, the priestess is that bridge between the as above and so below, star energy and earth energy, the inward energy and the outward energy, the seen and the unseen world, the conscious and the unconscious realms, physical reality and the liminal etheric realms. So to me, the priestess is, we are the bridge between the above and below, the seen and unseen, the dream and the waking reality. And we're all being called to be that bridge, to be the midwife between what our life has been and what we're being called to dream in this time. And we are the midwife between this old paradigm that's falling away and dying, and this new earth, this new paradigm that we are creating and co-creating together, that we don't see it fully here yet. We're in that liminal space and we're in those contractions, midwifing and co-creating together. And that is the role of the priestess in this time. And so I just invite you, as perhaps as we're going through the summit and beyond, to explore, what is the priestess path or the priest path to you in this time? We're all the bridge in our own unique way. We're bringing our own frequency through, our own soul gifts through in our own unique way. And this time. And so it's just such a beautiful time to be together. 2025 is such an epic year with astrology, with our outer planet starting to really change signs from this earth and watery energy we've had to air and fire, which is this yang invitation to dream the reality forward into our waking reality, to hear the call of inspiration and to start taking conscious co-creative action for whatever dream that is ours to birth through in this time. And our co-creative power is so much more immense and so beyond what we were ever told. We are these co-creators of our lives and of reality and the world around us. And when we can connect in, like Mar connected us in with sky and earth, and we can connect in with our star energy, our earth energy, have that energy meet within our bodies, the alchemy of the above and below meeting in our bodies, meeting within our hearts, we activate our co-creative power that is beyond what our wildest dreams could imagine. And then when we gather in ceremony and intention with others on feeling the same call, the same inspiration to birth a more beautiful, loving world together, our co-creative power amplifies as we join in together. So it's such a blessing and such a gift to be here and share space and to co-create with all of you that are here with us. And turn it over to Kaylin.
Oh, wow, this is so good. I love that I'm getting to do this with all of you, Nura and Mar and Jamie, and also with everybody that's here right now and everybody that'll be listening later. And wow. So, as we're talking about the priestess, I'm just thinking about how 30 years ago I was initiated into a priestess process. And it was called the Awakening the Priestess Within, which is what we're calling it right now too. That we all have a priestess or priest, depending on how we identify, within us, and that it got forgotten. And when the priestesses were being disbanded from the temples way back when, and this was the person who created the priestess process that I went through, she had a very strong memory of the priestesses escaping the temple so they wouldn't be killed and taking the sacred scrolls with them. And when they realized that they weren't going to get away necessarily without with the scrolls, they took that energy and put it in their DNA. So it is in our DNA. This energy is in our DNA, and we can tap into that. And it's awakening. So back then, back in 1995, when I started this work, all the women in my circle didn't even want to use the word priestess because it was just too weird. And now it's like everywhere, and people are, it's like we're celebrating the return of the priestess energy. Another thing that we talked about back then was how there was this idea of the triple goddess, the mother, maiden, crone, but there was a fourth aspect, the priestess, and that was the one that had been forgotten and we were bringing back. So, that this idea of how are we celebrating this aspect that has always been within us, we just forgot. And I like what you said, Nora, about the great forgetting, and now we're in the great remembering. That's exactly where we're at. And so this timing is a portal into a new way of living on earth. It's ending the old and beginning the new. And there are so many ways that that ancient cultures and prophecies have spoken into this time. And one of them comes from the Hopi elders. And just before I share like this closing quote that I want to share with everyone about what this time is, I've been to Prophecy Rock. I've met one of the grandfathers of the Hopi tribe. I've been there twice and have gotten to experience this powerful energy. Also go to some of their sacred dances. It's like a miracle that I've gotten to do that. Haven't done it in a long time, but I'm feeling like it might be time again. And the uh, the priestess process that I was involved with, the woman who created it, she was very connected to the Hopi. And one of the things we did in our priestess process was the Hopi at that time were encouraging people to have a sacred heart vessel. And so it would be like some kind of earthenware vessel. You could put dirt from sacred sites or from land from different places, put it in the vessel. You could blow your prayers in the vessel. If you were in a circle, you could have the people in the circle blow their prayers into the vessel. And then the vessel would be buried somewhere that was a sacred site or some place that felt like it was where it needed to go. It's like whatever the vessel was asking for. And the Hopi saw this as a way of planting the prayers of love and peace and plenty and whatever else that people were putting into that in the earth, planting those vessels into the earth. So if any of you feel inspired to do that, I highly recommend it. The last thing I got to do for Nicole, who was my priestess mentor, when she passed, I received this egg. She had an ostrich egg, and they're huge, like ostrich egg. And she'd been putting dirt she'd been traveling around different places, dirt and prayers and so on. And I was able to take that to Kansas City, the heartland of the US, and they planted it at the middle of a labyrinth. And that's the last time I've done that. And now I'm feeling really inspired to do that again. Because so just something that you might find inspiring to do. And ideally, like it could be an egg. Ostrich eggs are very sturdy. So it'd probably need to be like that. or you could have an earthenware vessel or something that you want to put into that. So with that, I'm going to share this quote from the Hopi elders. There's more to the quote, but I just felt like this was the most significant part of it. And basically, this is a Hopi elder speaking for the other elders and saying, "This could be a good time. There is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. They will feel they are being torn apart and will suffer greatly. No, the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, let go of the old and embrace the new, essentially. Keep our eyes open and our heads above the water. And I say, see who is in there with you and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment that we do, our spiritual growth and journey come to a halt. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and your vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. We are the ones we've been waiting for. And here we are, all gathered together. How beautiful. So thank you all so very much for being here and for joining us in this sacred journey.
Well, thank you to all that are here. You should have, I saw Mar also put a direct link to all the beautiful talks and offerings. We have our day one offerings available. Part two of our opening ceremony is the keynote presentation with Deborah Silverman. She offers guidance for each of the four elements to navigate the energy of 2025. And she also closes with a really beautiful and powerful prayer for all of us that are joining in the summit and for our world in this time. And then we have beautiful talks and offerings for day one as well. And keep on tuning into your email each day, because each day of the summit, you will receive all of the daily talks and interviews and inspiration. And every speaker just puts so much love and inspiration into their talk. They shared so much wisdom, and it's just such a blessing to be here all with you.
And we will meet again on February the 4th. Same time, we will send the link. It was the surprise, but in order to have the homework, we need the surprise to have it beforehand. So please remember this weekend, if you cannot on Saturday, if it's any day between today and the end of the summit, any dreams that are coming from the goddess, just share them by email, and then we will read them together for that closing ceremony. And with that, we are going to just connect again very quickly, earth and sky, and then you are all good to go. And just with your personal intention as well. So I invite you, all of you, to close your eyes, breathe deeply into your heart, and feel all the words that were shared as part of your own wisdom, and the words that were awoken within you, and the wisdom without words, the things that you know because you know, and know because you read them in a book. They are also very valid. And you breathe the heart of the earth, the heart of the cosmos, and your own heart, feeling the three hearts connected. So you are always a temple, and you are always a bridge between earth and sky. And with this collective intention, I invite you also to connect with your own personal intention for this new moon, knowing that when we gather together, it's a lot more powerful. So I invite every one of you now to think, to feel, to sense what is your intention for this new moon. What is the seed that you're planting? What is it that you truly desire in your life? And feel the presence of a goddess, a priestess close to you, a god or a priest in the other side, and how now is the time to connect with both of them, with our feminine, our masculine imbalance. So feel how both of them are putting their hands in your heart and they have a message for you. When you feel complete, you can open your eyes and with that, we will finish our call and we will see you February the 4th.